Greetings, Moses Lake Christian Church. My name is Phil Payne, and it is my privilege to bring you the sermon recap this week as we continue to talk just a little bit about investing in our marriages. I hope this week has been a good week for your marriage. I hope that you are taking seriously the invitation and the opportunity to invest in that very important relationship. This last week, we talked about investing in our marriages through handling biblical conflict. We started by reading James chapter 4 and asking ourselves a question, where does conflict come from? And James tells us that what causes fights and quarrels among you, they come from your desires that battle within you. I hope this week that you're taking seriously the responsibility for handling conflict. Conflict comes from within us. It comes from unmet desires. And we fight and we quarrel and we bicker because those unmet desires bubble up to the surface. And so take seriously the responsibility that I need to own, that I'm responsible for my conflict. James tells us in James chapter 1 that I need to be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Practice that this week. Practice closing our mouths and opening our ears. Active listening. Not just hearing the words that are being said, but paying attention to what our spouses are saying. I hope that you're investing in your marriage through handling biblical conflict. Don't forget to look out for the 4 horsemen, right? Gottman calls those the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. These are things that will absolutely destroy our marriage. Being critical and having a critical spirit, being contemptuous, right? Defensiveness and stonewalling. Try to avoid those. Pay attention. Right? When I find myself with a critical spirit, take that to God and say, God, replace that with gratitude. When I think about being contemptuous, remind me that my marriage is a gift from God. When I want to be defensive, stop. Pay attention to what's happening inside you. And then instead of stonewalling, avoiding, right, giving someone the silent treatment, take a step towards your spouse. Okay, we are rooting for your marriage this week. We are rooting for you, praying for you as a church. We want our marriages to make God's name great. Remember, it's Jesus who came and said, I've come to give you life and give it to you abundantly. And that includes our marriages. Hope you have a fantastic week. If you missed any of this sermon series on investing in your marriage, make sure you go back, check out our YouTube channel. You can take a look at every part of the Investing in Your Marriage series. And then plan on joining us this next week. We've got one more week in this series, and we'll talk about how do we continue to invest on Sunday. Have a fantastic day. Remember, your marriage is a gift from God. Let's invest in our marriages.